All right, so for our final section, we look at dividing a binomial, trinomial, polynomial divided by a monomial. And so what happens is we need to actually separate these. And they're separated, remember, by an adding or subtraction sign. So we're going to take the first term and combine it with the bottom. And then we're going to take the second term, remember, take the sign in front of it, and combine that. And so that's going to break this up into two questions. 15x squared over 3x and negative 12x over 3x. And now we solve it the exact same way we did the first chapter. 15 divided by 3 is going to be 5. We have 2 x's on top and 1 on the bottom. When we cancel it out, we're left with 1x on top, or 2 minus 1 is 1. And then here we have negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. We have 1x on top, 1x on the bottom. They cancel. We're left with nothing else. And then all we do is combine these two numbers, 5x plus negative 4. And remember, that means the same thing as 5x minus 4. And that would be our final answer. So now let's apply it to this question. I'm going to take it. I'm going to separate out my first term. And then I'm going to separate out my second term. Don't forget the sign in front. You need to take with it. And then I'm going to separate it and solve it that way. So negative 2t to the 4 divided by 2t. And 4t squared divided by 2t. So here, let's try again. The numbers divide. Negative 2 divided by 2 is going to be negative 1. We have 4 t's on top, 1 t on the bottom. We're going to be left with 3 t's on top when we cancel. Okay, remember 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. And then here we have 4 divided by 2, which is 2. 2 t's on top, 1 t on the bottom. When we cancel, we're going to be left with 1 t on top. And all we do is combine. Remember, we do not have to write this 1. So this is just negative t cubed plus 2t. And that is our answer. I'm sorry, let's do that a little bit better. Negative t cubed plus 2t, because we combine them, and that is our answer. Now I want to do one challenge question, because these ones have worked out where all the variables have been left with on top, but we've also learned it's possible to have variables left on the bottom. So I'm going to separate these out, just like I did before. Remember, don't forget the sign that's in front of it. It's going to be important. I have negative 10a to the 3 divided by 2a to the 5. And I have negative 6b to the 2 divided by 2a to the 5. Now, I'm going to solve these the same way. So negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. But now I have 3 a's on the top and 5 a's on the bottom. When I cancel, I'm actually going to be left with 2 a's on the bottom. So I'm going to have to leave this as a fraction, negative 5a over a2. Now here, I'm going to do the same thing, negative 6 divided by 2. Okay, well that's negative 3 left over. I have 2 b's on top and 5 a's on the bottom. Well, that doesn't work for me. I can't combine a's and b's, so I'm still going to be left with 2 b's on top and 5 a's on the bottom. And so now I'm just going to combine these, put them together. I have negative 5 over a squared plus negative 3b squared over a to the 5. All right, and again, we learned that when we have two signs, we can just make it minus 3b squared over a to the 5. And that would be as far as I could go with this problem. So it doesn't look quite as neat as the first couple, but that's as far as I can go with simplifying that particular equation.